Hello, and welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Shoky. Today in the kitchen, I have several boxes, kind of a bag, and a pile right here that's off screen. So basically, I've been holding on to things for a couple of days just so I could film this because, well, I needed more content. I'm still not to a good point to do all the reviews I need to do. In fact, the progress on my therapy seems to have taken a weird step back in the last couple of days. I don't know what happened, but something is out of whack, and yeah. So I don't know if you guys know what it's like to be in a whole bunch of pain in a spot you're not supposed to be in pain in, but it makes it hard to do stuff. But enough about that. We got boxes. But before we get too far, I do want to go ahead and promote the Shoky Patreon, the only people who care enough to actually help these channels keep going. So you can check out the Shoky Patreon, and it will support me and all the endeavors that I do here, whether that's here on the Shoky Reviews channel, over on the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel, or the podcast channel with Now You Made It Awkward, which those channels are not monetized, so this is the only one that is here on the main Shoky channel. So money is much tighter than it used to be. The AC is kicking on. Hold on. Hoping that killed it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this right here. Whoops. That actual mail's still in the pile. So, because this particular Amazon package goes with the things I have piled right here, it made sense to go ahead and open this. Okay, and this is in fact the Five Nights at Freddy's, the Silver Eyes graphic novel version. Now, this is important because I have the rest of the current Five Nights at Freddy's graphic novel collection. And I got into these because, one, I've been following the series, I've been following game theory in and of itself, but I didn't have any of the actual stuff. And rather than buying the proper, books, I went ahead and got these. But I needed the Silver Eyes because it's the beginning of this trilogy. From the Silver Eyes to the Twisted Ones to the Fourth Closet, which I picked up several of these at Target locally, but unfortunately the Silver Eyes was out of stock, along with one of the newest Fazbear Frights right here. But I did pick up these the other day. I've already read through this one and half of the number 2. And I was just waiting on the Silver Eyes to get here. I ordered one. It said it wasn't going to be here until the middle of October, which, I mean, it's like a week and a half. But I didn't want to wait that long. So I placed another order, and it got here in one day. So, kids, sometimes make sure your Amazon orders are coming from the people you think they are. Because sometimes it's a scam otherwise. Now, the other thing is, annoyingly, had I waited until today, literally today as of filming this, I would not have had to hunt down these 3 books individually. The 3-pack of these books literally came out today as I'm filming this. So, thank you, universe, for doing that to me. Alright, so moving on. I'm going to save the little guy here for last. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And this one, if you've been watching the channel for any enough time, you recognize this thin box as one from mycomicshop.com. Not sponsored, but it is where I tend to buy my online comic books, if they're coming individually. If it's like one of the larger, hardcover collections, odds are I'm going to order that from Amazon or even maybe VVTS. But This was one that I didn't know I could get, and I wanted to get it, so I did. So, you know, I do tend to buy locally to the best of my abilities. I like supporting my local comic book store. I've been going there for a very long time. I have a relationship with them to a degree. But sometimes they don't order enough of things to get special releases, like 1 of 25s, things like that. And that's what this is. So this is actually another cover for Generation Joker. Was this issue 5? Yeah, book 5. 1 in 25 covers. So I usually like to get every cover of anything from the Sean Murphy verse, because I love it. It is what it is. I've got the last few issues over there, along with the other 2 main covers that came from this issue. So I went ahead and picked that up from them. It seems like a lot of money to buy an individual comic directly from them and ship it and all that. And sometimes I'll put it in a sub box. In this case, I didn't do it. I did the same thing yesterday. I got onto their website and said, look, I know that there's something coming up. I don't know what it is, but I know something's coming up that I'm definitely going to want. And so I went and looked at what was coming out today. Today's new comic book day. And it was the latest issue of Power Rangers, and there was a lot of variant covers. So I ordered 4 separate variant covers. For those who don't know, when I collect my Power Rangers comics, I do love to get any of the helmet covers. And there was a special version of the helmet cover for this particular issue, number 112, I believe. And I think, I have to check, I might have got the issue 111 as well. There's a weird delay on a special cover for number 111. But either way, those will be here probably this weekend. It usually takes like 1 or 2 days to process, and then takes a day to get here. They're just in the middle of Texas, so it doesn't take very long to get here by post office or Lone Star overnight, whichever it technically is. So either way, mycomicshop.com if you want to pick up any other stuff like that. Like I said, not a sponsor. It's just somewhere I use. The prices are fair. You can also sell your collection, a lot of other things like that. I just like using them. In fact, I heard about them for the first time from my local comic book store because they had some stuff that I was looking for, like back issues, older things, or even special edition, some things that come in. Because they order in so much volume, they get a lot of limited edition covers that a normal store wouldn't be ordering that much volume. So if you're interested and you live in Texas, it'd be a little bit faster. Other places, do what you want. So either way, moving on. Alright, so next up, I have a box here that's been sitting here probably since last week. Honestly, don't remember when it came in. I left it sitting by the front door. Not outside, on the bench by over there in the dark corner of the universe. So it is obviously a box from the BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, which I do have another box coming from them. So I guess next week I will film that along with the comics that come in, and maybe something else. I don't know. But this one was a pre-order that I had put in, and then when the actual pre-order came in, I noticed that the other thing that's in this box was still in stock. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get that too. Why not? This is back before I had to get into a lot of stuff here. Like right now, I'm being egregiously buried in some bills. You know, if you want to help out with that, you could, you know, join on the Patreon. We do three times a month Patreon calls where we can just sit and bullshit and do other things like that, interact directly with you guys. And also out-the-box reactions to everything I get, including the stuff that's going to be in this box. Well, technically I already done an out-the-box to one of the things that's in here. So let's fold this out of the way. So, what we have here is a Gargoyles Steel Clan. Now, for some of you, the 25 of you who watched the last time I got this, you go, hey, wait a minute. You've already got that, Shoky. I mean, yes, I do. But that's why I got an extra, because, you know, it's a Steel Clan member. It's meant to do troop building. I don't do it very often, but every now and then when a figure is pretty cool, which this one was, except for the fact, so the storyline of NECA figures falling off the shelves has continued, and to the point that the other night we heard a very loud thud, and I walked in there and my Steel Clan member had fallen literally from the top of the bookcase all the way to the floor. No breakage, but he did pop his wing out. So that just means that these guys are a little too unruly by themselves, and they need their leader and creator. So we do have the Gargoyles Armored Xanatos. So for some reason he was perfectly okay with just having a robot do his work, but then he said, hey, I want to hollow out that robot and actually make armor for myself, and I want to be an Iron Man. Or in this case, Steel Man. Definitely a Steel Man, but he's a red version of this with his head sticking out. Now the thing is, I don't know currently how I want to have it displayed, but I do know that the human head will likely be easier to manipulate rather than the other thing. As I'm still undecided on my entire Gargoyles display. Wow, I forgot his wings were solid red. That is crazy. I will also say the metallic paint that they used didn't necessarily come out the best on the wings. Even looking through here, I can see some egregious paint chips on the wings. It's kind of a problem when you have metal stuff that has to move not metal, but you know what I mean. Two moving pieces that have to move past each other very closely, and they're painted completely. If you don't do a good enough job coating that, it's going to chip, and it's going to chip badly, or it's going to scrape, much like with Jerry over here. Terry is already on the shelf. This is Jerry. Terry already had scrapes on the wings in the box. So Xanatos, not being silver but being red, is going to show it like crazy. So it is what it is. I do like the idea that you do get the unmasked or unhelmeted head, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and at least makes it kind of worth getting. You also kind of should probably make your other ones stand short, as it were. But I have a feeling like he comes with the kind of angry Xanatos head, which of course will work on your Xanatos you get later. I just hope that his mullet actually can move around a little bit, or else it's just going to be as useless as everyone else's heads whenever he's on here. So the actual hair of the thing makes it a pain in the ass to attempt to move the head in any one direction that you kind of would like your figure to go. So in that, we shall move on. Hey, now I have a box to put all my other empty boxes in to take out to the trash. Okay, so last up, I do have this tiny box. Now also this, there's my knife. This box, actually here, I'll work on top of these guys, is from Big Shot Toy Works. So I did just not long ago do one of these in the kitchens, and in fact kind of an out the box at the same time for a product from Big Shot Toy Works. I've done a lot of reviews of their stuff in the past, and I've actually done a specific review of this item. However, because they needed to clean out backstock, they were literally giving this away for the price of shipping. So I went ahead and got another one of these. So this is a perfectly good, brand new in-box version of the Hellfire Maddie. So if you don't know what Maddie is, she's the leader of the Four Horses of the Apocalypse, or the Apocalypse Ponies, however you want to look at it. And it's the Hellfire version, which is a clear red version. Now, why did I buy one of these when I already have it? One, it's a cheap price and it's a cool figure. If they do they have the rest of the versions of Maddie at a very low price right now on the website. So you could get the Hellfire for free, and then you could probably buy the other ones, the green one, the purple clear, probably the ghost, maybe the glow in the dark if that's in there. I have most of those. I never got the ghost version. at a discounted price. They're trying to clear out old stock. So you could go get one for free, or I kind of wanted to do a giveaway. I know it's kind of a little thing here, but I figured it's cool enough. Maybe I'll do a little giveaway here. Not going to be anything crazy. I'll do more of an announcement for it across the channels. But it'll be kind of a free giveaway just for the hell of it, because it is a cool item that not enough people know about. Honestly, I thought to get a couple of them, but I thought then I end up with several of them if nothing works out for me here. So, but either way, the more will come for that here in a bit. But you know, thought maybe it'd be something fun to do. Hey guys. Just adding to the end of the In the Kitchen video, it's like a week later. I've got more boxes. I mentioned I was going to have more boxes, and here I do. I don't know where my knife ended up. It's here somewhere. I'll just grab one of the other knives. Hold on. Alright, so it was a hell of a week between the last time I saw you guys and when I started getting my boxes in. My wife had a car accident, and you can see her vehicle here, and she's hurt, but not terribly, just kind of inconveniently hurt. So, yay for that. I mean, yay she's not really injured. Boo that we have to figure out what to do about a car now. But you guys don't care about that. You care probably about what's in these boxes. So this one right here is from Hasbro Pulse. Even though it doesn't say it on the box, which I find really strange. It doesn't say it on the box, but it does. And it doesn't seem like there's any kind of padding in the box, from what I can tell. Oh, ever so slightly. Come on. Yeah. So they did Hasbro PulseCon last week before, and there's only one thing out of all of it that I was interested in, and it's this. And that is a skinnier box than anticipated. Look at this. Ow, that is... Who thought that was a good idea? Who designed that garbage? And it is the 4-pack of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Omega Rangers. So, guys, I've been following the Power Rangers comic books for many years now. In fact, I did get some in, and I was going to have them here, and I forgot because I read them. So it is what it is. Yeah, I said that in the video. So either way, the 4-pack of Omega Rangers comes with Omega Red, Blue, Yellow, and Black. The only one that's missing is one that probably won't ever get a figure, but who knows. And this is the first set of Omega Rangers, because technically there are, so far, there's the original Omega Rangers, there's these Omega Rangers, then there's another group shortly thereafter. This is mostly the same, and then another group after that. So, you know, if you're not reading the Power Rangers comics, I don't know what to tell you if you're a Power Rangers fan. Then you don't even know who the Omegas are. And the only thing that kind of sucks is they don't come with any unhelmeted heads, so you won't know who they are. But it is what it is. I do like they come with their weapons. I could care less about effect parts. Anybody who's ever watched my my figure reviews, you know I don't give a shit about effect parts. But they do have their proper weapons for the most part. It does look pretty cool. They're slightly stylized from the comics because they wanted to give them a more real look as it was. I remember them saying during the presentation they wanted to give them more of a leather-bound kind of suit look, which is fine. It actually looks pretty cool. So, much like with everything else, I already mentioned it, we'll be doing out the boxes for that over on the Shoky Patreon. Link in the description down below. For as little as $5 a month, you can see how many videos I put out there compared to, I don't know, regular channel. And by the way, I did want to say here on this video, since it's been a week since I filmed the other thing, I am going to be doing a couple of Double October leftover reviews from last year, things that weren't out at the time or came in after I finished the final Double October. So that's what those will be. I don't know, you guys want the Gundam content and all that kind of stuff, so it is what it is. Alright, and by the way, you can see there, this is from the as well. So that's, I think, 2 BBTS boxes in the same video. Well, it's one long, extended video over days, so it is what it is. Okay, and first and foremost, we will start with the latest other Lightning Collection Ranger, and by the way, I still don't like this packaging, but seemingly that they're never going to give us any more is what it is. And this is in fact the Turbo Red Ranger, otherwise known as TJ, and it's only the second figure TJ's gotten. And it's funny that they gave us Turbo Red with TJ instead of Turbo Red with Tommy, but I guess they figured we've got enough Tommies. It is what it is. It looks like the details are probably pretty decent, but this is like the first actual Turbo figure we've gotten, I think, since the originals. I don't even know if Bandai, in any of their other stuff, ever did another set of quote-unquote Turbo Rangers. I don't know why, you know, it is what it is. But that's the, if Lightning Collection ever decides to finish, that's the only last set of Rangers I care about, technically. So it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out here. These last 2 items go together, and I'm a little angry at the fact they came in together, because that hit my credit card really hard. Either they were supposed to come out a month apart, they came out at the same time, but at the same time they do complete a collection all at the same. So it is what it is. So we do have Sentinel, Kento of Hard Rock, and Psy of the Torrent. So my final 2 Ronin Warriors as it sits. So that means I've got Wildfire, Halo, Strata, Hard Rock, Torrent, and Inferno all at once, finally, and actually for the first time in my entire life. I've never owned all of the Ronin Warriors, and I'm happy about it. I love these things. You know, there's only a couple issues here and there, say like with the way Ryo's armor doesn't like to stay on very well. And they do have fairly pointy bits that do make you bleed while handling them if you're not very careful. I think that size will be the least offensive in that aspect, because he's got very curvy, smooth armor, not very pointy, though he's got those claws kind of on the forearm. So there's that. Definitely excited about these. I never did do a review or even a reel out the box of the Inferno armor. I don't think I ever did. I did mess with it. I did build a sword holder for the Soul Swords of Fervor, and all of that is still sitting right there where I left it months ago. So in theory, like, because I've already got reviews out there for these, I'm probably going to go ahead and just knock those out. One reason I didn't do the Inferno is because I felt it dumb that the Inferno came out before these 2. You know? And from what I know, I haven't seen any inkling that we're getting Warlords. I assume we will, because they're basically the same type of figure, just with far more elaborate armor. And, you know, for the display I want a Ronin Warriors part of the display. It'll look like a, kind of like a dojo / Shinto temple. And then I want to do the shelf above that, like a roof. You know, like the tiled roof that they would fight on fairly often. And then have all the Warlords on the roof with Talpa at the top. Now, if I ever actually make that happen, I don't know. But that's one of the things I really want to do, because I think that would look really, really awesome. I am so tired. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. I am so tired. It was a very, very stressful last few days. And I just wanted to relax. And as of filming this, I've got roughly 20 minutes till I need to go get set up for recording a Now You Made It Awkward podcast. but with my buddy Dante filling in for my normal co-host. So if you're interested in fun, nerdy content, and basically we talk about TV shows, collecting, stuff like that, movies, all those kind of fun, nerdy things, comic books, pop culture, all that. If you're remotely interested, I tend to share it in the community tab here on the main channel, but go subscribe to the channel. We're like right at 50 subscribers. Could use a lot more. If you want to, you can also follow on Spotify and other podcast apps because we are available on most of those. And if you do listen, go ahead and give it a rating and everything else like that so the internet knows we're doing a pretty good job. It is nice to have all these nice new toys here, though. And also, as of filming this, I was in the middle of reviewing the New Age Sludge. I started that video, and then the weekend happened, and I never got around to finishing it. So, you know, from here, I will just go ahead and cut to the outro I already had filmed. So, just go do that to me now. There'll be less stuff here on the shelf or on the desk, counter, whatever. Go. And I also thought about something. We're trying to get rid of my Gunpla collection. There may or may not be a couple of Shoky customs that have been sitting around for a long time. That may also be a pretty good giveaway for when this channel hits 10,000. So, and it'd probably be for just North American, you know, pretty much North America giveaway. I know that limits a lot of people. It is what it is, but you know, shipping is a bitch nowadays. But for kind of a one-of-a-kind Shoky custom that, you know, has been featured and seen on this channel at some point, might be worth it to some of the longtime fans out there. So I don't know. I'll look into that more. If you guys think that would be cool, because we're only roughly 100 away from 10,000. So you know, we don't do a whole lot of Gundam stuff here anymore. Doing random ass reviews, building stuff here and there. Which, by the way, go watch the last build video from the Ecto 1 update. So that's coming along near the end finally. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, by all means, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. There's so much content on this channel that it doesn't even matter if I don't put anything out super new. There's literal years of near daily content to watch. So either way, so that's gonna be it for this episode in the kitchen. That's what it is. So I've actually got to get to a physical therapy appointment, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short, and I will see you guys on the next one. And remember to like and subscribe. Come check out the Patreon if you're interested. Like I said, out the box of reviews and reactions to everything, including all the figures, Transformers, behind the scenes build logs, things like that. There's vlogs, uncut podcast, and monthly, 3 times a month at least, monthly calls where I sit and talk directly with you guys. Just us on the Patreon doing stuff and hanging out, and then things like that. So, but I will see you guys next time. Remember, as always, get out of my kitchen. That is really cool. And now I feel like I should have got more. Oh well, my wife would probably kill me if I had like a whole bunch of them sitting here. Can't wait to finally start reading these books. What's really, really annoying is not having the first book in a trilogy of stories. Also, damn, I wish I had known. So, either way. I probably should clean that up, huh? Okay.